Alright, time for a Fiddlesticks game. I will be playing against the Ramus here, which should be fine, honestly, matchup-wise. Don't think it's going to be too much of a hassle there. I mean, the moment he charges at me, I can kind of fear him away, so that is a benefit to me. But, I mean, also as well, I'm obviously an AP champion here into Ramus, who primarily wants to stack armor, so that helps me a little bit there too. Doesn't play like aggressive, usually speaking, either for like early invades and stuff, so I should be able to get my full clear as well. I can look to go for like an early gank top, because of the most likely scenario here is the Gnar will push out the Scion due to range advantage. Sion's gonna have to be a little careful about that one, so I might be able to get in like an early-ish gank on top side. But for the most part, I'll be focusing my ganks after 6 on bot lane, because with Nautilus Jinx, there's pretty good setup there. And it should allow for fairly free ultimates for the most part. So that is what I'll be doing there. Could be something I could just drain like this. There we go. Smiting with Fiddlesticks, by the way, you can smite like kinda early because your W does more damage based on missing health. So if you want to put the camp lower faster, then you can speed up your jungle clear that way. Do make sure, of course, that you don't completely whiff your smite and the enemy jungler invades you when you're doomed type deal. So you do have to be careful for that. But yeah, for the most part, it should be fine. Actually, against junglers like this, right? You know, like it's not a Lee Sin or an Elise or something, so you know pretty much it won't invade you. Clear purpose here, you can take your Q on level 3, just depends. Again, early game junglers, Q level 3 would be slightly better, due to then having like the fear as a mechanism to escape, basically. But into junglers like this that don't generally do anything early, I'll just take a second point W for faster clear. There you go. Okay. Yeah, really. Also, another thing, about 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do enjoy my content, consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. And, oh, yeah. Gnar is, as expected, pushed in. We are finishing our full clear. Fiddle needs his levels, so definitely doing this is beneficial to us right here. Make sure to not forget the auto attack, really. Don't just think your drain's gonna do absolutely everything for you. Here as well. Just gonna use this, and there we go. See, he's kind of hugging the bottom side, so he might see me. Anything behind? Oh, nope. Okay. Pretty sure he just warded this in that situation there. I don't really want to walk this way. Oh. Most likely warded. Or you either warded that or that. I'm just gonna see if I can go mid lane instead. Real quick. Should be a kill. Absolutely perfect. I insta-flash fear her. I mean, I technically could have probably E-ranged her there, but the fear is more guaranteed. She can't out-flash that, and she's just basically guaranteed to be dead. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'm not looking to take any of his CS here. I'm just... Ooh, we missed his cannon. That's a rough one for him. I'm not looking to take any of his farm there. I'm just looking to shove it out as fast as possible so he can reset. And the wave will be in turret. Just like that. See if I can go bot lane here. I can look in to loop in from behind. This is not the most likely to be warded. It could be, but not most likely. Silence, step that back. Drain, be a double kill. Oh, Shikaisa stepped out of it barely. I needed to step back there because it was very likely... I need to cancel that drain. I don't want to take her farm. I needed to step back there because it was extremely likely that the dude was gonna be... I can check. It's fine. Oop. Checking there is completely fine. I mean, don't lose too much for it. Stepping back, the Thresh is obviously gonna hook me under turret there, so I just walk up for the Kaisa. You want to fear, then silence a little bit later. Mostly, I'm just gonna put that one here. Mostly before the like CC lock cooldown, right? You have a fear into a silence. There's for a long time nothing they can do, which is quite nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go for this one. There are mythic, like you have plenty of mythic choices on Fiddlesticks. I generally speaking especially for like ease of use, right? Like if you wanna, like if you're new to Fiddlesticks, then I wouldn't Rocket Belt's good. Don't get me wrong, but Rocket Belt obviously has the active item. I know people are uncomfortable with active items on top of that. But I generally, what I do, if I'm the only AP, I will go for Rocket Belt, because then the magic penetration is extra effective. But if I'm not the only AP, going for a Night Harvester is actually quite nice for the extra ability haste. And it still gives you the movement speed the moment you proc it. So it's still very effective as like a catching tool. You just have to not ult terribly, basically. So there is that, but it is something that I do like on Fiddlesticks if I'm not the only AP, because then the magic penetration is a little bit less effective, like raw magic penetration, since they get to stack more magic resist. And here we kind of have 3 AP/4 AP damage sources, because Scion does a lot of AP damage as well. So it is not the most ideal to stack a bunch of flat magic penetration. Obviously boots are still great, right? But it is just not, not preferred in my eyes to go for it over just going for the Night Harvester in a situation like this. Let's say it was a Yasuo mid lane, I would have gone for the Rocket Belt instead, but those options are entirely your decision, obviously. You don't have to go for Night Harvester. Rocket Belt's perfectly fine. Even Leanderies can be really good if you're facing full tank comps, because HP shred on that will definitely benefit you a bit as well. So there are options. Make sure to use your Q as well when clearing. It does a good amount of extra damage. Definitely nothing to scoff at. I don't know if he gets a chance to run. That ward just disappeared. This might actually benefit me a little. Gonna walk down, isn't he? He's gonna walk up. I see, that kind of sucks. It's a good kill at least. I don't know. This should be a free dragon. It just depends on who wants to help me, because otherwise this dragon's gonna take me 50 years. That wouldn't be favorable. I'm gonna keep using my Q on this as well for it. Like, as you saw, a big burst in additional damage. I would have preferred the Rumble's assistance, to be honest, after I pushed out the wave situation, but that's fine. If my bot lane helps me, that's perfectly acceptable as well. I just need somebody, because otherwise it's gonna take me way too long, and that just would not be good. That's good. Silence. We should just be walking out. Nautilus pathed pretty badly there. He's still fine. Okay, good. He should have just, like, he had the chance here to run up this way and be safe, or run faster this way. But he kind of, kind of troll pathed a little bit, which could have killed him, but didn't, so that's good. I should be taking, where is this? I should be taking a Dark Seal here with the Futures Market purchase. Dark Seal's always good. Regardless of what builds you're going for, if you're playing an AP jungler, Dark Seal / Magi's is always a strong option. Ahri's getting destroyed here. This is very nice to see. I've been getting that mid laner down quite a bit. There is a good option for me to gank top lane here as well, potentially. I'm mostly looking to get the Rift Herald right now, trying to like keep on top of objective control. Waiting for my ult cooldown kind of as well. So I'm like looking to get my smite upgrade, get my ult cooldown. And yeah, clear my topside camps, play into the Rift Herald afterwards, and we can play from there. We'll see what happens. I can also go for a top gank, because ulting over this wall here can be a very beneficial gank if you place it correctly. So that could be something as well. Rain, drag the camp a little bit, save myself a bit of time. She ulted over the wall. That's fair. Actually, I have an extra smite. I might as well use this. I'm gonna go dive this Gnar real quick before I go for this. Because the Gnar is just in a terrible spot right now. We do this. We ult over the wall. Good kill. That's just a free opportunity. He placed himself like in a good spot to the point where... Oh, that's a nice rotation there from this guy. Very good. He placed himself well upwards, so I actually couldn't ult him too effectively, but it's still pretty free. Nautilus is showing up. I mean, I was planning to do the Herald anyway, but the Nautilus showing up just makes it safer, right? So I'm never going to complain about that. I'll place myself here so the Nautilus can just hit it in the eye the entire time. Normally I'd have to like walk around, but if Nautilus actually positions himself well, then I can just chill. Which is nicer on Fiddlesticks, obviously, due to your drain forcing you to stand still. How much gold? 78 gold. Okay. Kind of annoying, honestly. I'm gonna just take the mid wave. Ooh, that's almost a hook. I'm gonna take this wave purely, like, because Rumble is backing anyway, and I might as well use my time here to take the wave, push in this pressure on Ari, and this way I can reset for my Night Harvester, which is gonna be great for me. So this benefits me. It doesn't really lose Rumble anything because the wave isn't gonna get in a bad spot. It only delays Ari's recall in this situation. So it should be fine to take that wave instead of having to walk all the way over to my wolves here. I'm gonna... Tempting this situation right now. My ult's gonna be up soon. The bot lane gank angle, probably the best one I can get is through here. Or through river, because there is a control ward and I can maybe hop this wall with like a decent ult perhaps. It is kind of going to depend on the situation. I would expect... Oh. Okay, let's just see if I can go for this play on bot side here. No idea whether this would be warded or not, to be fair, but we'll see. That ward doesn't do anything, so that's good. This is good. Very nice. Very nice. Good ult angle right there. Not bad at all. I don't want to herald this turret necessarily, because this turret takes priority. And this turret should die off of this one push. We have a dragon coming up in 50 seconds. My herald's going to be longer. I still have like an extra 1 minute 30 for the herald use before turret blades go down. So I definitely want to prioritize looking for it on mid lane if possible. Because bot lane will get it. Ooh, that's going to be some damage for you. Bot lane will get it eventually, but getting this turret off the map and splitting the gold with my Rumble, I think is going to be overall more beneficial. Rumble. This is not good. Yeah, he positioned himself quite poorly there. Just gonna back in this bush. Interesting. He actually checked that? That's crazy. I'm gonna have to rock through here. Flash that. Wow. Thresh also showed. I must have walked over a ward or something. That kind of sucks. I hope the plant's gonna be here because that's my escape mechanism, which it is. That's good. You are flashing for me. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'm dead. I must have walked over a ward somewhere here because that was an interesting collapse, especially with the ward placement there. Well, sucks for me. That was a little bit too greedy, I guess, going for the raptor camp there, I will admit. Oh well, it is what it is, really. You know, whatever. Sag. Read on my end cost me my life. I mean, if it wasn't for Thresh rotation, I could have just killed Rammus as well. But Thresh rotation prevented me from doing that entirely, so I couldn't even do that. So I just had to run. Hope I could get out. I think I would have had a way out if Sion perhaps would have like responded to this situation here and given me like a Q out of the bush or something. Like actually rotated a little bit down could have been beneficial. But I mean, it's not the worst death, honestly. It's kind of okay. Oh, actually, no, it's a pretty bad death because now I don't get to use my Herald. Nah, well, I'm gonna have to still use it on mid lane. 13 seconds should be fine. It should be free. Very good. Push out this real quick. Oh, local turret gold. No. Wait, I need to get this. I need to get this turret gold. Okay, good. It's a lot of turret gold to miss out on. Thank you for the level up. I appreciate that. Not gonna matter, I don't think. Do this. Perfect. I Q smite there for a bit of extra damage. Q does quite a bit, so Generally, Q smiting to finish something is going to be a little bit nicer for the most part. Still have 7 out of 8 KP, which is obviously really good, so definitely happy about that. Just a little bit unhappy about the fact that I lost out on the great mid lane turret plate opportunity by my death here. Getting a little too greedy for some raptors there. Gonna keep clearing here. The Rift Herald is gonna spawn like 50 seconds. My main objective right now is to get level 11 for my 2nd rank ult, which is gonna be a big damage increase. They might push for this bot turret here, which could be good to defend with my ultimate, depending on whether they go for it or not. I think they might. There's a chance. If they don't, then that's fine, but I'll just keep clearing and finishing my camp clear here and then play towards the Rift Herald respawn in 28 seconds. Keep using my Q for additional clear speed here as well. As long as there's no threat, you can just keep using it. If you feel threatened and feel like you're gonna get invaded or something, then definitely gotta use your Q, but... Or not use your Q at all, sorry, you need it for them to play. Nothing I can do about that. I could kill. It hits. Doesn't hit. So next rank on my ults. I might be able to get the Gnar here. Depending on whether if he pushes for turret, I can get him. If he doesn't push for turret, I can't get him, regardless. Okay, he does push for turret. I don't have to ult here because you see my Rumble and my Nautilus showing up. I'm actually kind of fine regardless. Just fear him and kill him. Let's go for Herald. I'm not going to waste my ult if I don't have to waste my ult, right? Like, I see my Rumble coming, see my Nautilus coming. There's no threat whatsoever. Should be a good damage. Rumble is not really showing for anything right now. Should be a Rumble ult. Here. Don't have to ult here. Can't really get a good ult off anyway. If I get like flash taunted or anything like by Rammus or ult taunted by Rammus, I'm kind of doomed out of that ult anyway. And there was potential ult opportunity, but I didn't have to in that situation because it kind of worked out pretty well. Kai'Sa dove in a little too hard, which allowed for like a really good Rumble position, and I just fear silence the entire time with some drain potential. It's good enough. Pick that up. All the outer turrets are down, so the next Rift Herald's gonna have to be off of the back of a good play. Can definitely go for like this Gnar here. It should be pretty free. That wasn't on time on that one. He's dead. That's a 1-for-1 trade, I guess. I unfortunately couldn't position myself in a good ult state, sadly. So he kind of just died, but yeah. Take this. I mean, I could technically upgrade this into... I was planning on Cosmic Drive, to be fair. I'll do Cosmic Drive Magi's. Makes sense, actually. Yeah, do that. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually going to be quite nice from additional movement speed. This is really, really nice. Also a ton of ability haste, and these days 100 flat AP. If I'm not gonna, like, if I'm going for the Rocket Belt, I generally tend to go for the Shadow Flame in this situation. The Rocket Belt Shadow Flame will just be a lot of magic penetration in combination with your boots. But if I'm gonna go for Night Harvester, I'm not really going for pure magic penetration, so I don't really like doing that much. But I'm gonna go for this. I can just stack a bunch of ability haste and just have like very low cooldowns in general. Which is a build variation of Fiddlesticks that I do quite enjoy. So I'm gonna go for the Cosmic Drive here, pick up the Magi's, and then I can look to like go Deathcap Void Staff, lost 2 items potentially to stack that up, or even Deathcap like Zonias and don't really worry about magic penetration as an option depending on how much magic resist they actually build. But most likely Deathcap Void Staff. Don't know if this would be warded or not. It's a very high likelihood to be fair, but doesn't have to be. There's a red buff. Should be okay to take this. Would they be doing Baron here? I'm like very confused. Oh. That's not good for him. His position there is a little bit sketch, for sure. I don't know about this one. With my Nautilus dead there because he walked in the turret like a maniac? I don't know about this one. Gonna have to be patient. Just be patient. Patient. Ah, that's annoying. Waiting for Nautilus honestly benefits us quite a bit here. I'd rather kind of wait. Just gonna clear all these wards out. Yo, come, dude. Where are you going, man? There's... Fear. Silence. Hooked. Good. Dead. That's just a dragon now. Good. I don't know why my Jinx was that afraid. Like, if we would just walk together, and it's only gonna get worse and worse if she lets me walk by myself, basically. Oh, that's not good. 11 seconds. I'm gonna have to use it mid lane here. Fear. Silenced. CC lock. That's good enough, honestly. Good kill. Herald bounce there. Get the hit. Jinx, thank you. And now we just push this pressure through here. So this gets a bounce on this turret. We walk forward the entire time. Not doing anything but just getting the bounce because there's nothing else to really reach here. Okay. Are you serious? You are one... Okay. That is extremely depressing. He's 1 health like that. Just fear him away from me. Yeah. I think he powerballed into my passive there. Or into my, like... Yeah, whatever. The thingy. The scarecrow. That sucks. The fact that Ahri actually survived that on literal 1 health is kind of annoying. If I killed her there, I could have turned that play, but without killing Ahri, I can't turn that play because I'm never gonna get my sphere off or my W off entirely due to me being able to get charmed from a distance. Because I could technically play with my W around the Rammus cooldowns, like around his Q taunt cooldown, which would have been fine. But the moment Ahri doesn't die there, I actually cannot continue that play due to the fact that she will absolutely obliterate me. Silence. Good grain there. Should be able to catch him easily here. That's perfect. Good kills. Let's go Baron. Let's use this for a bit of a sweep. Silence should easily be able to tank Baron for me here. This is not a problem at all. Look at the like how low my ult cooldown is, by the way. That's actually crazy. That's also the good benefit about this build setup, right? Like, you have such low cooldowns. This should be a free block for Sion, right? Oh, never mind. He started queuing. I should be able to catch him as long as I hit all the bushes here due to the... Well, never mind. Yeah, my Sion kind of trolled that. Like, all Sion really had to do was just walk this, hug the wall down here, and just block the Rammus entirely, instead of, like, kind of doing what he did, chasing him a little mindlessly there. But it's okay. I'm not gonna sell anything. I mean, it's just kind of like, I'm just saving gold for this. 500 gold for death cap. I'll get my Magi stacks off it. I'm not gonna get rid of my stopwatch here, because it's actually quite useful still in situations where I might need it. So that could be quite nice. Obviously trying to look for level 16 here as well. Next dragon will be Dragon Soul that I'm looking for here too. The 150. So. Be kind of good. Still using my Q for some additional clear speed here as well. Especially with the amount of abilities I have at the moment. Obviously you have to take into account that I also have Ultimate Hunter, right? So I have the benefit for that. When it comes to my ultimate cooldown. Scout for vision. There is. I figured it would be up. Fine. Don't have to go too aggressive on that. There are 3 people top lane here. I'm gonna ult this one for sure. There is no way Nautilus did nothing. That's unfortunate. Okay, Nautilus is even dead. Wow. That's a pretty awful dive. There's still a lot of people top lane, and we are pushing Baron with, or bot lane with Baron, so I'm not too worried about this top lane situation. If they want to dive a Sion like that, it's completely fine. And behind his minion. Okay, I didn't expect to hear that dude off my Jinx. Can I please get my Zonias off? Thank you. My Jinx does nothing. Okay, I may have heavily misjudged the amount of damage output my Jinx would have. That is my bad, I suppose. I lose Dragon for that. That's really bad, actually. I was fully expecting Jinx to just do damage, but she does nothing. Why would you... That doesn't make any sense, does it? She is building Infinity Edge 3rd. She should just build Infinity Edge 2nd if you're gonna go for it anyway. Like, this guy's also committing crimes. What is this? Infinity Edge is 40% crit? No, hello? Am I drunk? Yeah, it's 40%. They just get the Infinity Edge spike on 2nd item, and both of the 80 carries go for a 3rd. Hey, this guy's not even going for a 3rd. He's going for something else. Okay. Oh, that explains why she did no damage. Alright, fair enough. I mean, it cost me Dragon, which is obviously bad. I just heavily misjudged the amount of damage output Jinx could do, and she did nothing. Basically nothing, at least. Interesting. My bad, I suppose. I will refrain from ever doing that again. He uses CC already, so... No way he kills me after that. I can just drain. Are you gonna, like, press Rumble Ultimate or something any day soon? That'd be great. Yeah, well. Oh well. I mean, I don't lose... I mean, obviously lose Drake Soul, which is definitely not beneficial and not good. But it's not the worst thing in the world, I suppose. You know, it could have been worse. Quickly snipe out this this blue from the enemy team. Level 16 as well. Sion's gonna want a split push. As long as we play as a team, we have pretty good team fight capabilities with like Rumble ult, Fiddle ult. I just need to look for like a good flank type deal. Need to make sure I get the next dragon. I don't want to lose that one again. That would be quite bad. Nothing here. That's good. Annoying. That is even more annoying. I'm getting a little funneled into a corner here. I need to look for a good ult window. Just a good opportunity, you know. Figured this would be worth it. Are we really losing this fight this badly? Holy moly, that was bad. What happened, man? I'm surprised. What is he talking about? I need to get an ultimate off. I thought I got a pretty good ult, but my team entirely died before anything happened, apparently. Very, very strange. I didn't have, like, really good awareness of exactly what happened that team fight, so I'm a little bit confused at what just went down, to be honest. But, yeah, I thought I got a pretty good ult off. I had the Rammus on me as well. Like, I don't know what happened. I figured maybe my Rumble... I mean, my Rumble obviously didn't ult before he died, which is a big problem. Oh my god, you are. I'm just gonna mute this Nautilus right now. He is actually insane. For me, flashing there does nothing, because I already got a good ult situation. I damaged their entire team pretty massively. So it wasn't really down to me losing that fight. It wasn't really my fault. Because with the ult I did, with the amount of damage I did in that fight, I did more than enough for, like, single purpose, like, single champ damage. That's fine. If he thinks my flash and my smite are gonna have made a difference, he's just delusional, so it is whatever. Really. It is what it is. Yeah, Rumble dying without pressing ult is definitely a big problem. That hurts a lot. Because his ult is very, very powerful. If I would have died without using my ult, then obviously, yes, that would have been real bad. But that was not the case. Oh, but... Stand behind the minions. I'm dead still. Wow. Okay, well... Yeah, I mean, we have no... too far out of position, to be fair. Okay, I lost all my Magi stacks. I'm just gonna sell it, honestly, at this point. I'm just gonna get my Zonias here. And then I'll go Void Staff last item, I suppose. We need Sion to, like, frontline for us at this moment in time, honestly. I don't know if we can get the dragon here. That death, the death there is definitely... I keep dying before this dragon, man. Yeah. At least I have Nautilus muted now, so I don't have to hear his bullshit again. As long as we can get this dragon, that'll be fine. If they get Baron here, I'm not too fussed about that. That'll be okay. Don't start it, but... Stall. All he has to do is stall. Rumble doesn't have teleport, that's a bit unfortunate. He's stacking a lot of magic resist. I'm definitely going to need a Void Staff quite fast here. It's going to be my next item for sure. As long as they zone Rammus, it should be fine. Get that out of the way. Gotta play for Baron here. I want to look for like a good ult opportunity if I can. I'm not going to get much better out of this. This is really bad. I don't know, man. It's quite poor. Jinx, switch to your rockets. What are you doing? Oh, that... Okay, well. I mean, Sion gets the clean up. I get, like, pretty target focused there. I couldn't get a better ult position. The fight state was bad for me because they didn't kite into me. They kited away from me towards this side. So that created a bit of a problem for me there as well, sadly. If my team would have played that smarter and kited up towards me this way instead of kiting down this way, like down towards like bot side, creating a fight state here instead of creating the fight state here. Because if they create a fight state here instead, I would have been able to get a much better ultimate off. But yeah, because they played away from me, my ult was going to be way less valuable. And I kind of have to do something in that fight, otherwise we just lose. But at least Sion is very hard to kill, so that's good. He cannot... He's gonna die. He really cannot die, because if he dies here, we lose Baron. Pretty much lose Baron. He's gonna die here. He greeted too much. If he gets Ahri in return, that'd be pretty decent, I suppose. King's Rocket was timed well, actually. That would have killed Ahri. But this is a kill anyway, so it's not too bad. The fact that they're just not playing towards me is kind of criminal, honestly. Really is. Any fights played as far away from me as physically possible so I can never get a good ultimate off. Really hate that. Like right here, once again, they kited it down. All Nautilus had to do was walk up towards me and the entire fight's won. Like instantly won as well, not just won. This is going to be a good kill situation for us. Should get the speed up here. That's Baron. Yeah, that's better. Like, as long as I can get an ultimate off, right? As long as my team plays in towards me on team fights, I will be fine. Just a matter of that not happening too much. You are insane, Rammus. Fair enough. I hated the fact that my team actually stopped hitting Baron there, because it made it close. Because if my Jinx would have just done 2 more auto attacks, that she would have just been like having the kill. Let's do this, then silence. The fear on him, and because I'm out of vision and it's a kill, that's good. Get my Void Staff, that's also good. Little wonky here. Some bad fight situations definitely for us though, but we're bringing it back. Like, as long as I can just get an ult off, we'll be fine. Started off quite good though, at least. Get this pulled. I did that camp because with Futures Market I'd be able to afford the ability pull here. He died again. That's kind of annoying because now we have a way weaker push. If he would have just chilled for like 2 seconds, would have been better. Clean up this, I guess. Like that, right now for me there's no rush in walking forward because of the fact that my Rumble just died like that. We're not in a massive advantage or anything. We're actually like kind of kind of even-ish, you know. Ooh, that's a dead Kai'Sa though. That's really good to see. That should be a kill. Thank you, Nautilus. You did something. Good. It's absolutely worth flashing for that, honestly. We're just gonna ult on this guy real quick, and then silence right before my fear runs out. Fear this guy, drain here. It's gonna be good kills. And I just spam Q so she can't do shit. Alright, perfect. That's all I needed. That was nice. Good clean up. Kai'Sa walks right out of position. We see that. We go for it. Now this game. A little wonky at some stages here. Our team fighting from the team side was pretty poor. I mean, I made some mistakes as well, don't get me wrong, but yeah, overall pretty good. 4,300 damage from this, which is nice. And I mean, the rest is just like straight up stats, right? But yeah, good damage on Night Harvester, as you can see. Definitely not bad. I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. All right, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 36.2k damage, which is very respectable. I mean, solid damage output for me, really. Getting out damaged by like Sion or Jinx is not too unsurprising. It's kind of evened out. I mean, I did a lot of damage as well, like initially getting my lanes ahead. I had like very high kill participation in like the early stages and stuff. But when we started losing some team fights, I mean, they have a pretty nice team fight CC comp, and we didn't really have good team fight coordination as a team, so that kind of hurt us a little bit. Also, the build from Jinx was very strange. Like, the hell are you doing, man? You know, with the did she end up like right here? Like, what was this item? You know, she could have just gone Kraken Slayer, Infinity Edge into like Lord Dominic's, and she would have dealt with her team easily. I don't know why this item is here, to be fair, but whatever, you know. It is what it is, I guess. Apart from that, I mean, good damage. We have 3 damage to champs at 2,300. Damage to objectives at about 50k. Just focusing on dragons and stuff like that. Jinx also did a good amount. She helped me with dragons and all that as well, so that's good. Yeah, just try to focus on objectives as much as you can for most parts, like getting heralds, getting dragons early, trying to play off of pressure of your lanes is big. Healing done at 22k. Damage taken at 38.7. Obviously, Sion wins here by a massive amount at 77. He's going to also have a lot of self-mitigated on top of that, most likely. Yeah, just Sion tanking for the team. It's solid. It's the downside about Fiddlesticks, though. Like, if you can't get a good ult in a team fight, as you saw in certain situations throughout this game, where my team was either playing away from me too far or just something going on, like, I can't do a whole lot when it comes to it after that in team fights. It's all about that ult position. Kind of need your team's help on that in some situations. Still gold earned at 19.6 at the most by quite a large margin, I would say still. Runes here, the first strike gave me an additional 1,000 gold, so the margin on the gold increase is definitely my rune. Dealt an extra 1,500 damage, which is very respectable. You can also take like Dark Harvest or Electrocute as well if you want to, but I really like the first strike for some additional build tempo. Because 1,000 gold's nothing to skull fight, right? Like, that's definitely a good amount of gold to have. We have then just like perfect timing for the stopwatch. I do want to be able to build like early Sorks on Fiddlesticks, because that early mobility is quite good for like ult position, and early magic penetration is also good due to Fiddle's high base damage off his ult to get a damage increase there. Futures market for 6 purchases, which is quite nice. And then Cosmic Insight, just CDR, and then Ultimate Hunter for CDR, and then Sudden Impact for 1000 additional damage as well. But yeah, that's it for Fiddlesticks. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to the like button below. Helps me out quite a bit. If you'd like to see more videos from in the future, hit the subscribe button as well. I upload daily, so I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one.